Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hi guys, welcome back to Advent. We're actually going to do days 14 and 15 today. We're going to do 2 at a time because I forgot to post 14s earlier. There's 14. There's 15. 15's got one of those stupid things, which tells me it's probably one of those not even worth $1 name tag things. Anyway, 14 and 15. So day 14, pretty little flower on it. Let's open it. What is it? What is that? Oh, it's a bookmark. I live in 2 worlds. One is a world of books. Rory. Okay, so it's got to be a quote from Gilmore Girls. But I like this bookmark. It just slips over the page. Now this I like. Okay, this one I like. And day 15 Advent. Is apparently a lot of tags. This says I smell snow. There's no hole in it. What's it supposed to be? These are name tags. This one says, I'm the Lorelei to your Rory. And this one says, life short, talk fast. Okay, I like that one. And then there's heat sensitive sticker. Adhere to your mug. Image bills. That's not spelled correctly. When exposed to heat. I'm assuming it's a coffee cup. We'll test it out. I don't know what this is, but it says I smell snow. So, alright. So day 14 was today. So today's free book for you all is Marie Mason's A Wolf's Claim. It is a paranormal Christmas romance. It is one of 3 in the series, The Holiday Ball. The synopsis is hosting the annual holiday ball was Hayden Barringer's first official act as a new alpha. He'd avoided the event in the years past, knowing he wasn't ready for a mate. One look at the curvy witch standing on the sidelines has his wolf howling into the snowy night. The wolf was more than ready for his mate. Amber Jones hadn't wanted to attend the holiday ball this year because she'd come to the realization that fate didn't have a mate for her. As matriarch of the coven, her bossy grandmother had insisted, with a little help from some sparkling blue pixie dust, that just might be the Christmas fate. Well, this just might be the Christmas fate gives her the present she's always wanted. Warning, this title is intended for mature audiences only. 18 plus, please, guys. It says it's a short holiday story, instant love, PNR style. 49 pages. So, we'll read that one too. And knowing that it's an instant love means that it will probably get a high rating from me. Because if I go into something knowing it's an instant love, then I expect it to be an instant love. And I usually give nicer reviews. If I go into something not knowing it's an instant love and it feels like an instant love, it gets low reviews. As I said, 49 pages. It's ranked number 4 right now in Paranormal Erotica. So please go pick it up. Again, that is A Wolf's Claim by Marie Mason. Do you guys want to see it? My desk is kind of messy, so don't judge me. Okay? Can you see it? Can you not see it? I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Alright, and then tomorrow's book that is free for you all is Cara Casada's Season of Love. I've read a lot of her books. I enjoy them. This one is a standalone, 24 pages. It is romance. There are no reviews on this, so y'all should pick this up and review it. And the synopsis states, Caitlin's holiday is already stressful with her cousin's extravagant Christmas wedding. As if Caitlin's trip couldn't get worse, one of the guests is her ex-boyfriend Trevor. After years apart, she comes face to face with the man who broke her heart. Will the magic of the holiday season be enough to mend her broken heart and give Trevor a second chance? I already own this book, but I am going to have to read this book because I had started reading a bunch of hers, and I read a bunch last year, but I did not get this one read, I don't think. And I would like to read it. I read Going Home Again. I read You'll Find True Love. I read Where's Your Christmas Spirit. I don't think I read this one though, so I'm going to have to give this one a read. So that is days 14 and 15 of our Advent calendar. If you've been on the blog, yeah, that's behind by a lot. My blog shows very few views compared to everything else, and so I kind of let it go. I will try being the key word, to do a consolidative one with all the ones that we have missed tomorrow, but we will see. And then, as always, follow me on Facebook, and you can keep up with these easier because I post them every day at 9 a.m. for you all. And then, if you're in the mood for something not Christmas related, but kind of paranormal romance, I just released a book, The Fall of Fire. It is the first in a standalone series called Divine Destiny. Released in Kindle. It is waiting for approval from Amazon for paperback, and then it should be up in 72 hours in paperback. It's like $2.99 in Kindle. And it follows the Greek god Hephaestus as he falls and leaves his throne in Olympus behind to go find true love in the small town of Lexington, Missouri. I had fun writing it. I actually wrote it for an anthology. Did not know if it'd go anywhere. The anthology was Raining on Earth, and now that I have my rights back to the story, I went ahead and published it separate, made it a little longer, tweaked it a little bit because there's going to be a second book, which is already about halfway done. The second book is going to be a little bit darker toned and longer than this one was, but it's going to focus on Eros and Hypnos. It will be my first officially published MM romance. The second one will be. I've written MM romances before, but I haven't actually published any off of DeviantArt. And so, it'll be an interesting one, and I wanted to do it with this because it's something I felt more comfortable with, Greek mythology-wise, and I have another MM romance sitting on the burner that's a historical romance, and so since it had been so long since I wrote it, I wanted to make sure that I stepped back into that genre in a familiar territory, and so I went with a urban fantasy paranormal romance based one to start off with, so that when I go pick up Joseph and Alexander's story, which is attached to Eden Estate, I will have reacquainted myself with the genre, and then I will just have to be more concerned about the historical aspects and how they would have had to hide it back then, because their love story takes place in the Civil War between the South and the North in America, and one of them ends up dying. If you've read Eden Estate, you know that. It's not really a spoiler. One of them dies in the war, and the other one basically kind of has survivor's guilt because he couldn't go to the war. He was an only son, and so his parents wanted him to marry, and back then, at that time, you were recruited if you were not married, and so he married a woman to stay out of the war for his family, but then the guy he loved ended up dying in the Civil War, and it's actually a sad story, but I want to tell it. I think it needs to be told. I think Joseph and Alexander need to be out there, and so I'm going to get my feet back with that genre using Hypnos and Eros story, but it will be darker than Fall of Fire, so don't go into Fall of Fire thinking that the rest of the series, it's all standalone, is going to be like that. Because even though there will be little interconnected elements, each one's going to have its own basis. For Hephaestus, it's very small town romance, alright? His story is small town romance. It's slight paranormal romance, because he's a god. But it doesn't talk a lot about his godly aspects, and his abilities and stuff don't play a huge role that impacts all of humanity in it, okay? It's just his little story about how he left and found love in Lexington, Missouri, where Hypnos and Eros will operate mostly in the Greek mythology world with steps into the human world until they eventually transition into the human world. But because he is out of it there is going to be a slight difference there. But anyway, go pick a Fall of Fire if you can, because I'm super excited to see what you all think about it, since it's a new thing for me and a new series of standalones. And yeah, have a great day. I will see you guys all on the 16th. I'm gonna go diamond paint and listen to Landline because I still haven't finished it yet. Oh, look at what my Secret Santa got me. That means she got me a diamond painting too, and this cool thing, which is gonna be awesome because I can seal my paintings. But this makes me happy because then I can get rid of all these little baggies I have that have like 3 or 4 different numbers on them. You can't tell on this one because it's got black diamonds in it, but there are black Sharpie marks on here too. And so I get to transfer them into this, which will be nice. And I have the stickers that I can put the numbers on it. And it's just going to make my life so much easier. So thank you, Denise. You are amazing. You just made diamond painting a whole other lot easier for me. And since it's one of my favorite things to do when I listen to books, it makes me excited. So, bye guys. Have a great day.